Yes, I'm back again. Not wearing the white Vans. Hello, everybody. I'm in a good YouTube red today. I'm wearing a nice shade of YouTube Google owned red. Let's get into it. I wanted to come and talk about something today. Something I've actually wanted to make a video about for a long time, which is celebrity culture, fandom culture. And I wanted to talk about how people are, a few things really. I wanted to talk about how people are just so obsessed with celebrities, the difference between traditional celebrities and social media celebrities and YouTubers and things like that. The people who are famous on YouTube, I kind of wanted to go into depth about diversity on YouTube in a way. And I definitely do still want to do that and talk about that because I think it's something really interesting. And personally, obviously, we have some opinions on diversity over here. But we can do that another time because I kind of wanted to get my ideas together more thoroughly because I was thinking about it before I started recording and I don't really have something solid yet. We have the idea. Let's just say I have the ingredients and we have preheated the oven. But she would come out half-baked. Something in my aura is just telling me that she would have come out half-baked. Not done to completion. And therefore, we had to do something else. What I want to do today is talk about the characters I watched in my childhood and how questionable they were. A while ago on my Instagram, I have my phone because obviously I just want to do it on the spot. I can't really script these things because I feel like when I script it, it kind of takes away the funny element because I just like to let the crackhead jump out, the clown jump out, so we have to do it more authentically. So I'm just going to look it up as I go and give my little thoughts because upon review, a lot of these people were questionable. This started on my Instagram because somehow I stumbled upon talking about Lazy Town, and it really hit me in that moment that Sportacus was very, very questionable. He should have been locked up. Electric chair. Because the way he held himself around, the way he was acting around those kids was a lot. He lived on a blimp. Let's not even touch the mustache. Let's not even talk about the facial hair. He lived on a blimp above the city. And the point I made on Instagram is it's a show about health. You'd think they'd be a little bit environmentally conscious. But moving along, moving forward, moving backward, moving period. He was around those kids 24/7. For what reason? Does Sportacus have a blue card? Does he have a blue card? He wore blue, but does he have a blue card? Is the question I'm asking, because why did he have no adult friends? In fact, the only other adult on that show was Robbie Rotten. Now, Robbie Rotten is somebody I can get behind, because to me, he represented body positivity. Okay, he said, forget what y'all talking about. I'm gonna be up here living in the caves. Where did he live? I feel like he lived in the sewers for some reason. But, if I'm remembering correctly, his whole goal in life was to just mess with Sportacus. All he did was just get in there and cause mischief, as they say on Big Brother UK. Mischief, and mess. And that was pretty much all he did. I mean, we stand. How crazy is that to think about? What was Lazy Town about? And why were there three humans on the show and the rest of them were puppets? Just a few questions I have. Just a few questions. Moving swiftly along. Like Taylor. Professor Utonium from the Powerpuff Girls. Has anybody stopped to ask themselves, their partners, random people around them, the public. What was he trying to make in the first place? Because I know you remember he started with Sugar, Spice, and Everything Nice. Accidentally threw in a little Chemical X. Which, another question I have is, why do you have something called Chemical X right next to you in a glass container? It seems like a mess waiting to happen if you ask me. But, safety hazards aside, what was he trying to make in the first place? Because if you're telling me a grown man was trying to genetically... If you're telling me this lone man in his 30s, 40s, dare we say 50s, he was trying to genetically engineer, chemically engineer 3 little girls. Now, let me know if that does not sound weird to you. If it does not sound questionable to you, I have questions for you. Because as far as we know, he did not have a family. And his idea of making a family was just to have 3 little girls. Let's just say he needs to be put on a list. Professor Utonium needs to be put on somebody's list. And it needs to happen quickly. Next up, who do we have? TV shows. I'll say popular kids shows in the 2000s. While we're Googling this, what were the Teletubbies? What was that? Was that like a weird dream I had? Caillou? Caillou. Not badass Caillou. I wasn't even allowed to watch Caillou. Well, actually, really, I was allowed to watch whatever I wanted. That was Caillou telling me to shut up. He's like, Caillou. The spirit of Caillou is in the room with us tonight. He said, bitch, talk about me again. Also, if Caillou's a child, why doesn't he have any hair? He can't be older than 15. He can't be older than 12. He's hairless. He's literally hairless. Bob the Builder. Didn't watch that. Really, I don't think I was the demographic for Bob the Builder, if you know what I mean. Bear in the Big Blue House, I did watch. But I don't remember it well enough to say anything weird about it, other than the moon spoke. The moon had a face. Going back to the Teletubbies, why was there a baby trapped in the sun? What were they trying to tell us? What was the reason? I don't think sunscreen could have saved them from that. Hey Arnold, Barney, Rugrats, Recess, SpongeBob. SpongeBob is weird. SpongeBob is weird. Let me just make sure I'm still recording. The way my camera loves to act. SpongeBob was weird. But SpongeBob is one of my favorite shows, so let's not even go there. Tweenies. I love the Tweenies. Ed, Edd and Eddy. Cat Dog. Okay. Cat Dog. What? What? You know what? Something tells me Professor Utonium had something to do with Cat Dog. Before he got to the Sugar, Spice, and Everything Nice, he had something to do with Cat Dog. That's all I'm saying. Start the theories now. Start the theories right now. Reddit? Now. Johnny Bravo. I mean, that one's just about toxic masculinity, is it not? As told by Ginger.
Someone once told me the grass is much greener on the other side.
Oh. Of course, the camera had to stop because screw me. Because I just can't win. I just can't win. I just can't win. Invader Zim was a show that I really loved, but I feel like I only ever watched it like at 11 p.m. at night. Why was I awake? I don't know, but Popeye was another show they would play really, really late at night. You know what? That's telling within itself, because what kids are awake watching Cartoon Network at 11, 12 p.m.? Well, 12 a.m. technically, but 11 p.m., 12 a.m. Kids that would later have personality disorders. Angelica Anaconda. That was real? That's the one where like everyone looks like magazine clippings, isn't it? Booba! I'll have to put a picture in. Oh my god, not Booba. What was that? They literally, what was this? What was this? Who thought of this? I used to go to the website every day and play those stupid Booba games, like the trampoline one. Oh my god. Oh my god. My childhood has just been unlocked. I've unlocked a new level of repressed memories. Peppa Pig has such a bad attitude. I love Peppa Pig. Let me get my Peppa Pig plate that's right over here. It's falling apart, much like my life, but it's still hanging in there by a thread. My Peppa Pig plate. Man. I just love Peppa Pig. The moment I fell in love with Peppa Pig is that time when she hung up on her friend because her friend knew how to whistle and she didn't.
Can you whistle, Susie? No. Oh, good. I mean, that's sad if you can't whistle. But good, because I can't whistle. What's whistling anyway? You put your lips together and blow. Like this. Hello, Peppa?
It was right then and there, the level of Petty Pig. They should change the name of the show. Petty Pig. Petty Pig. Petty Peppa. Peppa Petty Pig. Damn. That kind of hit. Yo Gabba Gabba. Don't tell me I wasn't on crack with that one. Do they live like in a stomach or something? Or they just had a song about like the digestive system? Lazy Town is on here, of course, because what more can be said? What more can be said? Call the authorities now. Unsettling. Who would Oh my god. Mr. Meaty Show. That just came into my head when I said the word unsettling. Need I say more? Mr. Meaty Show. Oh my goodness gracious. What was the... I remember they worked like in a mall, obviously at a meat store, at a butcher of some description. But why were their lips like that one kid? His lips. First of all, I related because the way my situation is set up. Before Kylie came around with her, injections. Before Kylie and after Kylie. The big lip community have a before Kylie, a BK, and an after Kylie, an AK. Because I'm telling you, having big lips was not it until a white girl decided it was. But, I mean, that's tea for another time. T-F-A-T. I can't believe I did that on my first go. Woo! My God. Yeah, from their food court bunker, Josh and Parker are try to overcome the awkwardness of being teens. Now Google. I thought you of all people would understand syntax. Sentence structure. From their food court bunker, Josh and Parker are try to overcome the awkwardness of being teens. Immediate fail. I mean, I feel like you weren't even trying to be a little bit correct with that sentence. Yep, Mr. Meaty was definitely thought about after a few hits of the pipe. Let's just say that much. Next! Oh my gosh, Next was an MTV show, but can you imagine something like that on TV today? Next, do you guys remember Next on MTV where they would go on a date and they would get money based on how many seconds they lasted? Some of those people barely got off the bus. Barely made it out. 1, 2 steps down, next. It's like, damn. I didn't even get a breath of fresh air. I could not even take a breath. And they said next. And the audacity of some of the people on there saying next, with the way they were set up, the way they looked. Let's not go there. Balamory. What's the story of Balamory? Wouldn't you like to know? That was a good show with the pastel houses. The pastel houses. I'm trying to think of other shows I watched as a kid. I don't know. I watched a lot of TV as a kid. I feel like my whole personality is just an amalgamation, is that a word? We'll pretend it is, of things I absorbed as a kid. And I don't really know who I am anymore because of it. Oh, hello. Hello?
No.
Yeah?
Where are you?
I'm at home.
What is up? Anyway. What are you doing?
I'm filming YouTube video.
Oh, she's filming a YouTube video. Right now?
Yeah, why?
Am I in the video?
Yeah.
Skirt, alternate skirt. Alright, bye.
What did you want?
And then we, okay, bye. Bye.
Bye. What was that? I watched a lot of TV as a kid. I feel like that was the thing I did the most. And just looking back at it, what? I'm trying to think. I don't think there was a single show that I watched that had people that looked like me on it. Let's not make this the racial episode. Let's not make this the diversity corner, but it really was crazy that there wasn't a single show that I watched as a kid that had somebody like me. And so everyone I related to on TV was purely based on personality. Which obviously is important as well. Because you can see people that look like you and you can not relate because it's like... I'm just thinking of all the little things. Like One Direction, written by Ed Sheeran. I haven't listened to Ed Sheeran's new collaboration project. If anyone has, leave a comment down below. Let me know how it is, what it's like. The only one I've listened to is the one with Yebba because I love Yebba, so I jumped straight on that one. It was cute, but I don't know why I thought it was for me because once again it was a love song. And once again... I was unqualified. Somebody lied to her several times and told her that she was fly, hot, and sexy, and beautiful. And she's nothing like that. She's nothing of this. Tiffany Pollard. Should I do a whole video talking about how much Tiffany Pollard, New York, has shaped me as an individual? Because there's definitely an impact there. A very big impact. Should we talk about A$AP Rocky before we go? A$AP Rocky. Whew. You hate to see it. But then again, you don't hate to see it. I mean, you like to see A$AP Rocky because he's very handsome. He's very pretty. But, I mean, he was the one that came talking all crazy and said that he can't relate to black people and Black Lives Matter because he lives in Beverly Hills. And now he's in a jail cell. I hate to tell you, A$AP, but I think the Black Lives Matter jumped out. Suddenly, it's Black Lives Matter when it's your black life, isn't it, A$AP? It just sucks that it was this matter to make him realize that he does indeed lead his life as a black. And so now, I feel like he'll have a little bit more of a perspective on Black Lives Matter now that he went from Beverly Hills to a jail cell in Sweden. And that's just that. But anyway, guys, let me get out of here like Jordan Peele. Let me get out like Jordan Peele. I wanted to do a video talking about Us because I saw it 3 times in cinemas. I loved it. And maybe I will. Maybe I'll just do a video on Jordan Peele and talk about Us and Get Out and crack my fingers. And just before you go, cracking your fingers does not give you arthritis. It is just the nitrogen bubbles. Thanks, Dr. Mike. Okay. Bye, everyone. Bye.